You send a message in the group chat. A clean point. Nothing emotional. And one guy replies with a dry little line. Not even an insult. Just enough to make you feel small. You feel that heat in your chest, and before you even decide, you start moving. You add another message, then another. You explain your tone. You clarify what you meant. You soften your point. You try to land it in a way that keeps everyone comfortable. And the whole time, you are not trying to be understood. You are trying to be safe from disapproval. Most of us do not just want to be liked. We want protection. Protection from being judged. Protection from being rejected. Protection from being the guy they talk about after you leave the room. Approval seeking looks harmless. It looks polite. It looks like being a good man. But inside, it is a leash. Because the man who needs approval cannot be solid. He cannot hold his ground. He cannot tell the truth cleanly. He cannot take a hit without panicking. And the worst part is this: you can win approval today and still feel anxious tomorrow. Because you did not fix the problem, you fed it. Be honest for a second. When was the last time you changed your real opinion just to keep the room calm? Today, we are going to cut this at the root. 7 Stoic rules to become solid. Not louder, not meaner, solid. The goal is simple. We stop living like performers, and we start living like men with an inner spine. Stop negotiating your worth. Most approval seeking is a negotiation. A man walks into a room and silently asks, "Are we good? Do you accept me? Am I safe here?" So he performs. He becomes flexible. He becomes agreeable. He becomes easy. But Stoicism starts with a harsher truth. Your worth is not up for auction. Let's say you are in a meeting at work. You bring an idea. A senior guy smirks and says, "That is cute, but that will not work here." Default response. You laugh to show you are not offended. You start over-explaining the idea. You begin to pitch your personality. You try to earn the room back. Forged response. You let the comment land. You do not chase it. You ask one calm question. What part will not work? Then you listen. Then you decide if the feedback is useful. Not because you are cold, because you are not negotiating your dignity. Drill. When you feel yourself performing, repeat one sentence. My worth is not a discussion. Choose discomfort over approval. Approval seeking is comfort seeking in disguise. It is the comfort of being accepted, the comfort of no tension, the comfort of never being the bad guy. But the Stoics trained for discomfort on purpose. Because the man who cannot tolerate discomfort will always sell himself. Imagine this on a date. She asks a question that has teeth in it. So, what are we? Where is this going? Default response. You feel the pressure. You rush to say something that sounds safe. You promise a future you're not sure about. You shape your answer to avoid her disappointment. Forged response. You breathe. You tell the truth at the speed of truth. I like you. I'm not rushing this. I'm learning you. You do not push her away. You do not lure her in. You stand where you stand. Discomfort is the toll for integrity. Drill. Once a day, choose one small discomfort on purpose. One honest no. One honest pause. One honest truth. Stop explaining yourself to people who are not responsible for your life. Excessive explaining is a hidden form of begging. It sounds like clarity, but it is really fear. Fear that if they misunderstand you, they will withdraw approval. A Stoic understands something brutal and freeing. Most people do not need your explanation. They need your decision. Think about a moment at a family dinner. You set a boundary. You say you are leaving early. Someone pushes. Why are you like this lately? Who do you think you are? Default response. You launch into a speech. Work has been stressful. I have a lot going on. I just need sleep. And you keep talking until you feel them soften. Forged response. You keep it clean. I hear you. I am leaving early. You do not attack. You do not justify. You do not plead. You exit with respect. Drill. Before you explain, ask one question. Did they ask to understand? Or did they ask to control? Make your identity private. One of the most subtle approval traps is this. We build our identity in public. We want people to see us as disciplined, as smart, as a good man, as unbothered, as high value. So we curate, we post, we hint, we speak in a way that gets reactions. But a man becomes solid when his identity is built in private. Marcus Aurelius wrote a simple reminder. Do not look around at what others think. Look within. In modern language, stop auditioning. Start becoming. Here is what it looks like in the gym. You are between sets. You catch your reflection. You notice other eyes in the room. Default response. You train for the eyes. You take the photo. You chase the feeling of being seen. And if nobody notices, you feel empty. Forged response. You train for the contract you made with yourself, even if nobody knows. Especially if nobody knows. Drill. Pick one discipline you do in total silence for 30 days. No posting, no hinting, no announcing, just proof. Let people misunderstand you. This is a hard one, because approval-seeking hates ambiguity. When someone misreads you, you feel an urgent need to correct it. You want to control the story. But Stoicism teaches us to separate what is ours from what is not. Epictetus said it cleanly. Some things are up to us. Some things are not. In modern language, your choices are yours. Their opinion is not. Run this scene in your head online. You post a calm opinion. Someone comments, so you are one of those guys. Default response. You rush to defend your character. You type paragraphs. You explain your nuance. You chase the approval of strangers. Forged response. You notice the hook. You do not bite. You either clarify in one sentence or you leave it alone. A solid man can be misunderstood without collapsing. Drill. The next time you want to correct the story, wait 10 minutes, then decide if it is truly necessary. Not to be liked. Necessary. Speak like a man who can afford silence. Approval-seeking fills space. It laughs early. It agrees fast. It talks too much. It adds extra words to soften the edge of truth. Silence, used well, is power. Not dominance. Power. You know that moment in a friend group. Someone makes a joke at your expense. Not cruel, but targeted. Default response. You laugh too hard. You self-deprecate. You try to show you are cool with it. And inside you, feel the hit. Forged response. You pause. You let the room feel the weight of what was said. Then you respond calmly. That is not for me. Or, keep going, but do not mistake it for respect. You do not escalate. You do not beg. You show where the line is. Drill. Practice the 3-second pause. Before you answer a test, count 3 in your head. Then speak. Make decisions, not performances. This is the replacement behavior that changes everything. The approval seeker performs a personality. The forged man makes a decision. And when you live by decisions, you stop being managed by moods. Now zoom in on your morning. You wake up and feel that familiar pull. Check the phone. See who texted. See if anyone likes something. See if you still matter today. Default response. You reach for the proof, and your nervous system learns one lesson. I need the outside world to settle me. Forged response. You make one decision before you touch the screen. Water. Light. Movement. One disciplined action that proves you are in command. You do not wait to feel confident. You behave like a solid man, and confidence follows. Drill. Choose one daily decision that is non-negotiable. Same time, same action even when you do not feel like it. Now let us go back to the opening scene. That group chat, that dry comment, that little sting. The old version of us needed to fix it, to explain, to perform, to win safety. But the forged version does something else. He reads it, he breathes, he does not rush, he does not negotiate, he does not audition, he answers cleanly, or he does not answer at all, and he stays solid either way. Because the goal was never to be liked, the goal was to be free. Free enough to be disliked and still be steady. Free enough to hold the line without hatred. Free enough to be misunderstood without panic. That is what modern men are starving for, not attention, not validation. Steal. If you want more tools like this, you know where to find this channel. And remember this, a man who lives for approval is always on trial. A man who lives by principle walks out of the courtroom. Let the world have its opinions. We will have our spine. Get back to the forge. Quiet, focused, unbreakable.